Hi, I'm Beth Blackerby, and I'm making this tutorial on behalf of Blackerby Violin Shop. And before we get started with the Toccata, just want to let you know, if you don't already know, that I'm going to be at Blackerby Violin Shop on October 6th from 1 to 3. It's kind of an open master class. That means you can come anywhere during that time. You'll have the opportunity to play on the stage for me and anyone else who's listening, which sounds kind of scary, but it's great preparation for the next weekend when you're going to be auditioning. So it really would be great practice. I hope you come by. And so this little Toccata, the Frescobaldi Toccata, was written in the Baroque era. So Baroque era, essentially, for our right arms, means that we have to play the eighth notes in a certain way. They have to be detached. Detached means that they're not connected or legato. They're not going to be martelé stroke like this. Okay, they're going to be something in between. So I just call it like detached or separated détaché, or kind of a light brush stroke a little bit. So you can approach this in two ways. You can start by making kind of an accented martelé stroke like this. And then as you do it, I want you to do something. I want you to start tilting your bow. You're going to let your arm come up as you tilt. So your arm and your wrist come up a little bit higher, and you're going to have less weight on the string. So that's the general sound, okay? The other way you can approach it is by doing a spiccato. And as you start doing the spiccato, start lowering your arm until the bow is not bouncing anymore. Okay? I kind of like that way, personally. I think that's the better way to find this kind of special bow stroke. Also, in Baroque music, there's a natural emphasis on downbeats. So I want you to emphasize the downbeat. And then the other notes are lighter. The rest of this is going to be more about the left hand. So we're going to switch to the overhead camera, and I'm going to talk to you about something you may or may not have heard of. It's called half position. So first position is here, half position is back here. And we really need that at the beginning. So let's go to that. Let's go to the overhead cam. All right, so here we are right at the beginning. And, you know, it is possible to play this in third position, but you have a shift right away, and it's just not as bright because you're on the D string. So by keeping it on the A string, it'll be more clear, and that's good. So we have to start in half position on second finger. If we don't, then we have to play 1, 1, 1. And that sounds awful. So first find the A sharp with your low first finger, and then put your second finger right next to it. Okay, that's how you find these notes. So start with low 1, and then 2 goes right next door. Okay, now you just play those two notes. That's it. This is all you play in half position at this point. Now we have to get back to first position. So there's a coordination issue here. Our first finger has to slide back, and we have to change our bow stroke. And we want those to happen at the exact same time so that you don't hear the first finger slide. So A, the first finger has to slide really fast, and they have to do their actions together, okay? So what I would practice doing is first playing the first two notes, stop, move your finger, and then play. Okay, and so that's a pretty quick movement, but it really, I think, gets the best result. Now we have another spot in measure 45 where half position might really be the best way for you to play it. So in 45, you'll see an A sharp and a G sharp. So that A sharp, if you play that with a high fourth finger, that is a wicked reach, okay? That is such a stretch. And likely you wouldn't stretch far enough. Likely your fourth finger wouldn't make it. And it'll be out of tune. So I think the best way to get it in tune is to utilize this handy little half position. So what we do is we're going to slide our first finger right back in the same way. Now we're just going back the other way. So slide it back. Now we play fourth finger, which isn't so much of a reach. We play our fourth finger on the G sharp. Here's the G sharp, fourth finger, and now third finger is going to be on the F sharp. 3 blind mice. Practice those notes. A sharp, G sharp, F sharp, or you can even think about it like this. B flat, A flat, G flat. And then guess what? Guess where your first finger already is? It's already on the A sharp for the next pickup. So I think that's the best fingering. Now we have another fingering issue, I think. Everything else is going to be straightforward. When you get to measure 49, you do have to move really fast. Your second finger will have to get going from back to that half position spot. There it goes. Move it back really fast. Okay, and now I'm ready for the scale. So in measure 50, we have these scales that go higher than first position. So the question is do we go to third position? Do we go to second position? So I do have 2 fingerings. The top is what I think I would do if I were auditioning on this. And here's how I do it. So in measure 50, and also let me just say, make sure you are 100% clear on which notes are sharp and which notes are natural, where the half steps are. Don't leave that to guessing. Use your pencil and mark whatever you need to mark to make sure you know where your fingers are supposed to go. All right, so here's measure 50. Reach, high third finger. Now, I would shift up a half step right here. And I would stay there, stay in second position. Leave your first finger down because you're going to add fingers. And then you're going to come right back to that first finger, so don't move first finger. Now, shift back a half step. And then you're back in first position. Now we're ready for third position. Okay? I'm going to start at measure 50, and I'm going to play until the downbeat of 52. Faster. Okay, so that's what I would do. And then from 52 to the end, it just stays in third position. Well, at the very, very end, you shift down, but it stays in third position. Leave first finger down. Now here, right at measure 53, I tried to find any other fingering but this, but I really couldn't. So you just have to cross over, you have to lean over with your fourth finger. And what I do, this helps me do this kind of thing more easily. Watch my elbow. Okay, this elbow right here. If I swing my elbow effectively, what it does is it pushes it over to the A string. And then I swing it back to the, so that my fingertip goes back to the E string. And hope to see you on October 6th.